up in the evening and he ain't got nothing to say. Coming home in the morning, go to bed feeling the same way. I ain't nothing but tired, but I'm just tired and bored of myself. Hey there, baby, I can use just a little help. You can't start a fire, can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's for hire, even if we're just dancing in the dark. Messages keep getting clearer, rails on and they're moving around the place. I check my look in the mirror, I wanna change my clothes, my hair, my face. Many ain't getting older, I'm just living in a dump like this. Is something happening somewhere? Baby, I just know that there is. You can't start a fire, you can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's a hire, even if we're just dancing in the dark. You can't start a fire, can't start a fire without a spark. This gun's a hire, even if we're just dancing in the dark. Charlotte better you sing wherever they're on the songs. You get louder, each one louder than before. And you're singing the song, singing this to life. And you wake up in the morning and your every choice decides where you're gonna go, where you're gonna go, where you're gonna sleep tonight. And you're singing the song, singing this to life. And you wake up in the morning and your every choice decides where you're gonna go, where you're gonna go, where you're gonna sleep tonight, where you're gonna sleep tonight. Down the road in your taxi 4, and you're waiting outside Jimmy's front door, but nobody's home till 4. So you're sitting there with nothing to do, thinking about Roger around his motley crew. So where you gonna go, where you gonna sleep tonight? And you're singing a song, singing this to life. And you wake up in the morning and you hear the choice decides where you're gonna go, where you gonna go, where you gonna sleep tonight. And you're singing a song, singing this to life. And you wake up in the morning and you hear the choice decides where you're gonna go, where you gonna go, where you gonna sleep tonight, where you gonna sleep tonight. And you're singing the song, singing this to life. And you wake up in the morning and you hear this choice decides where you're gonna go, where you gonna go, where you gonna sleep tonight. And you're singing the song, singing this to life. And you wake up in the morning and your every choice decides where you're gonna go, where you gonna go, where you gonna sleep tonight. And you're singing the song, singing this to life. And you wake up in the morning and your every choice decides where you're gonna go, where you gonna go, where you gonna sleep tonight. And you're singing the song, singing this to life. And you wake up in the morning and your every choice decides where you're gonna go, where you gonna go, where you gonna sleep tonight, where you gonna sleep tonight.
Hello and welcome to LIPA Come Together podcast. My name's Cherise Weaver and I'm the head of Equality, Diversity and Inclusion at the Liverpool Institute for Performing Arts, or as it's better known, LIPA. If you're not familiar with LIPA, we are a world-leading provider of university-level performing and creative arts training, an international community of creatives, performers, technicians, filmmakers and business people who learn by working together on fully realised projects and productions. During this series of podcasts, we'll be celebrating the creative work and cultural scene in Liverpool and here in LIPA. We'll be chatting to cultural organisations and leaders, artists and performers as we consider how art can make a difference to all of our lives. Well, hi, lovely ladies. Welcome to LIPA Come Together podcast. It's great to have you here today.
Great to be here.
Thank you.
Jo and Ava, oh, what a journey you guys have been on. So we're going to get into that in a minute. But first, I would like to start with, these are the amazing Skylarks. If you haven't heard of them already, watch out because you will be hearing of them soon. So, guys, we are going to start off with some quick fire questions. Are you ready?
We're ready.
So the first one is, if you could eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? Quick fire, quick fire.
Ramen noodles and Wagamamas.
Veggie chili.
Okay. Good answers. What is your favourite memory? This is to you, Ava, of LIPA, and yours will be of Liverpool. Sorry, just to explain that Ava is currently in LIPA Sixth Form College.
Yeah.
As well as being a superstar as well on The Voice. But quick fire. Sorry, what's your best memory?
Definitely collaborating with all my friends and like making friends for life who are musicians. So it's like the outcome of like what LIPA's has been. It's like been the biggest highlight of being in college. So,
wow, brilliant. Yeah. Good answer. And your favourite memory of Liverpool?
Favourite memory of Liverpool, I have to say, is gigging with my daughter in the local bars in town and having all our family and friends come to see us. I think that's probably a big,
so lovely,
momentous occasion for me.
Wow. Nice. Okay, so what set your soul on fire? I'll go to you first, Jo, with this.
What sets my soul on fire? Oh, definitely music.
Wow.
Definitely playing my violin and playing loads of fast tunes. Absolutely.
And that definitely comes through when you're playing as well. What sets your soul on fire?
The same. Anytime I'm playing music, whether with you or with friends or session or whatever, it's like a passion. It's like it's an amazing feeling. So it sets me soul on fire.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that you've both got the same answer. Really. Yeah. I think you were twins in a past life or something. Honestly, you're so in sync as mother and daughter. And the last quick fire question is, what is something that people frequently get wrong about you when they first meet you? I'll go to you first on this, Ava.
That she's my sister. Every time, without fail, there's always one.
Yeah, I can see it, definitely. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, mine's probably that I'm 21.
Yeah.
It's great though, isn't it?
Brilliant.
Absolutely great.
Yeah, and which one's the mother?
Yeah. That's a really popular question.
Okay, so we're going to get into it. So can you guys tell me a little bit about your background and how you guys got involved in music? How long you've been involved in music for? I know your stories are going to be slightly different, but then the same. It's because you're kind of on the same journey, but at different stages in your life. So I will start with, dare I say, the mum, or should I say the older sister first? So I'll go to you, Jo.
Yeah, a bit of a nice story really for me, because from like working class background, a lot of kids in school who could afford it like learned to play an instrument, but we had a neighbour that lived down the road, this old guy, and he started teaching me the violin. And he was in his 70s at the time. Anyway, one day I walked down, there was only 9 at the time, and I knocked on his door and there was no answer, and he'd passed away.
and he left me his violin, and this is the same violin that I play now.
Oh, I was looking at that violin before and I was thinking it looks a little bit antique-ish.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so old. And then, so I was absolutely devastated, and I went into school, and I was in year 6 in primary school at the time, and I was so upset. I was like, oh, can you please let me have some violin lessons? Because, I've got this violin anyway. I did. And then it kind of journey went on from there, really, because then I ended up joining an orchestra. I was in a string orchestra. I went on tour with the orchestra. Went all places I'd never been, because we in our family never went abroad. So I got to visit like Luxembourg and Germany and Switzerland, and I did all these amazing things. And then when I was a teenager, I joined a band, like an Irish band, and I've got Irish connections. So my dad always used to say, my granddad was Irish and my nan was Irish, so they always used to say to me, oh, do a few Irish tunes. So that was like something that I really wanted to please them, and I was like, oh, I started learning some Irish tunes. So then that's where the passion kind of really started, and it built on from there, really.
What an amazing story. What was your neighbour's name?
Arthur. Yeah.
So it's almost like Arthur passed on his gift, not just his violin, but his gift and his love and passion for music.
Yeah. And because he used to have members of the Philharmonic Orchestra come to rehearse in his house.
Wow.
And my dad's a carpenter, and this guy asked him to do a job for him. So my dad was looking through the window and thinking, all these musicians are coming round. And then he said, hey, would you teach my daughter? And then that's how that kind of started.
Wow.
And he said, yeah, bring her down. So it literally was about 10 houses down. I used to go down there, and he gave me my first music stand, and I had the violin, and then, like I say, I just absolutely took to it, and I just couldn't stop playing it.
What an amazing story.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I
nice.
feel like that should be in a storybook or something.
Yeah. Well,
Honestly.
one day I always think of Arthur, and I always thank him, do you know what I mean? Because of the gift that he gave me, and he gave me that violin. The amount of violins people have given me over the years, but I just want that one. Yeah. It's just like my right arm. I literally, when I was at school and he'd take it on the school bus, I left it on the bus once, and I was just at it, and I got it back. It found me again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What an amazing story. So let's hear your version then of your journey.
I feel like I've had it a bit easier than you, but I've just been born into it. I think obviously since I was younger, my mum started a business, Melody Makers, and I've grown up with that as well. So I've had a violin in my hand since I was 2.
Wow.
So and always wanting to sing around the house, and my mum was just proper influence her, going to gigs of the weekend and of a night time, me always wanting to go with her, and it was just all stemmed from you, completely just you, and watching her at the gigs and stuff, at little folk festivals, and I used to just dance around the stage and play the tambourine, always wanting to be on the stage.
Listening to you guys, you sound like each other's biggest fans, which is just so, honestly, that is so beautiful. Mother and daughter. I mean, listening to you play as well, there's just so much passion in it and so much love, you know. But also, I think, just tell us a little bit about you as a mum and the Melody Makers, because I don't know how many children you've got all together and stuff like that. And I just imagine, because I was a single mum for a long time as well, and being in the arts industry, it is difficult, but for me, I know it's the passion that always kept me going, and always that was the thing that drove me. And even doing this today, it's such an honour to have you guys in here today as well.
It's an honour to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming as well.
Yeah, so Ava was born in 2005, and I thought I was kind of doing different jobs at the time, and I thought all I used to dream about was doing music workshops, and how can I get my kids more involved, and there wasn't really much around at the time, music classes, if you like. So I thought, I'm going to start one up. And at the time, there was Sure Start centres and a lot of kind of funding around Sure Start. And so I used to take Ava and my son to the mums and baby groups, and I kind of chatted with them, and I was like, how about me starting some music groups here and stuff. And then there was enterprise funding and stuff like that, and I went on a business enterprise course to set your own business up, and they give you a grant. And the kids were only 1 and 2 at the time. And anyway, that's how it all started, and I ended up working in all the children's centres, Sure Start centres. And then from then I ended up doing projects going into school, because then I brought the Irish kind of Celtic element into it, because I was gigging with other musicians that play like, you know, unique instruments like the banjo, the mandolin, you know, the Irish flute. So I go round the schools doing like assemblies and things like that. And one thing sort of led to another, and I ended up more established in the schools. And now I've been running like 15 years. And every year we've been involved in the Liverpool Irish Festival, which is in October every year. And we go and perform in the Museum of Liverpool as part of the Family Day. And believe it or not, a lot of kids that used to come to my mum and baby groups still come to Melody Makers now. And they're like Ava's age. So Ava's kind of grown up with them.
Wow.
And they're really good fiddle players now. And we basically, I try and get them to come to the gigs. And, you know, just like, you know, just show them the way and give, because they're so talented. But it's quite like a little niche, you know, the Celtic music.
What I'm really intrigued by is, how do you juggle everything? Family life, being an artist, setting a business up. I mean,
I mean,
just a powerhouse, isn't she? Really,
yeah.
I can see why you really look up to your mum. And
of course.
I imagine her when she was little, like literally looking up to you, watching you, you know, going to your gigs and playing the violin and everything, thinking, I want to be like that.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
You did, didn't you? And I was like, no, you can't come to the gig. And I mean, when
whining at the door.
When we finally actually started doing the gigs together, she was like, it's finally happened.
Yeah.
It has. And we were literally like partners in crime. We were going, oh, this is so fun, like going on little road trips.
It was like, obviously, going out and doing the gigs. Like, I'd never had like a proper job before either. Like, I'd never done any like cafe work
and stuff to an audience.
Well, I hadn't done anything, any sort of form of jobs, and we started doing it during lockdown. So we used to perform in front of our neighbourhood, like during lockdown. So literally used to go outside our house, set up a PA, and sing for our neighbours.
So how old was you then when you first started performing?
Like 14.
Wow.
About, so like during COVID time. And then as soon as kind of restrictions started getting lifted and stuff, we got our first gig in the Baltic in Dockleaf, and kind of all...
And what was that like?
Amazing. It was so good. Obviously, I didn't know a lot of like the traditional things then, but I think we grew together more, and we kind of found our blend in the end, because we'd done a lot of things during the lockdown. So we had like a kind of a set going.
Like, I taught Ava loads of Irish tunes on the violin. And then we were just singing loads of songs to prepare for our neighbours, because no one was going anywhere. So people used to bring all the picnic blankets out. And
I bet the neighbours
every Sunday they all used to come out with their wine.
And
me and Ava would be like gigging out in the street. And even people still say to me now, they remember, like, all the community got on like a WhatsApp group, and they were sending us out their requests of like songs to do. I know.
Wow.
And people still see us now and they go, oh yeah, I remember, like, we could hear your voices echoing across the whole neighbourhood. And that violin.
Wow. I would have absolutely loved that.
Yeah, but I feel like it was, I don't know, it feels like we've come on such a journey in such a short time. Like, since lockdown, it's been 3 or 4 years. But I felt like I was so young then, but we've just grown so much together.
So my next question to you, Ava, was, what made you want to go to LIPA sixth form?
Me mum. Well, it wasn't just me mum, but we kind of knew about LIPA uni and about like potentially, you know, being local and like wanting to go to a music established school to just focus on like doing performance or just focusing on music. But when I was getting through like high school and things like that, I was like, I just want to do music in college. Like, I want to just study down and just do music. I don't want to do A level. I didn't like I wasn't very academic.
Yeah.
And I was always part of the choirs and stuff in my school. Like, it was very good for music. But then we realised that there was like an actual sixth form that was set up in 2016. So it was like, it just changed me world for it. So, and I literally put all my eggs in one basket, and I was like, if I'm not getting into LIPA, I'm not going anywhere. So it was kind of like, that was a whole process as well. But it was definitely something that we went round and looked around the school and was like, this is
You knew that was
the
it
best
as soon
place.
I
as you
remember
went.
coming to the LIPA open day. Do you remember? And we were sitting there and they were doing the talk and I was like, oh, I wish I was going here.
No,
I was actually like, oh, you know, God, I'd
if there's
love
any
to come
teaching
here.
opportunities, let me know. That's what you were saying.
So I was just thinking, your journey so far has been amazing, and I had the opportunity to meet you guys just before Christmas. And it was just lovely. It was kind of a meeting of minds. I just thought it was just great. A mother and daughter, you know, a musical duo, playing instruments and singing together and stuff. And then cut to, I just happened to have the voice on. And I happened to recognise this mother and daughter duo. And I was like, oh my God. So I would really love to hear about that journey and that story and how that came about and what made you actually apply for it and stuff.
Do you want to say?
Well, I was just going to say that, well, we hadn't thought about taking any next steps yet. So I think that we wanted to do something that would be a proper wow factor, like, you know, something completely not in what we would normally do. So I think you just got on it, didn't you?
Yeah, because we've been doing all the gigs. We've got a residency in Liverpool in the dispensary. And like people have been coming up to us, you know, saying, oh, you know, you're so good. And, like people would literally come in, but then they'd stay the whole night. And they were like, why don't you go on something, you know, like, you know, The Voice or, you know, one of these like talent shows. And we were like, should we? So we applied, and I was doing the school run with Ava. She was still in school at the time, so we had to send them like a little video about the two of us, like why we wanted to go onto the show, a bit about our backstory, you know, and what our name of our group was, which is the Skylarks, which we'd named our group, and then we got a call back. We had an interview. An audition in ITV Studios, and then we got called back again. And it just kind of the journey, we had to wait quite a while to hear back from them. But then when we did, we were literally so excited.
Bouncing.
Weren't we?
Yeah.
So did you think that you could get as far as you did? I mean, during the course of kind of getting callbacks and waiting and stuff, how were you as that was? Were you just trying to get on with everyday life?
Just trying to get on, just trying to get on with it. And obviously you hope that you would get a look in, but it's so hard.
Yeah.
Because so many people apply.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were saying it's like a really, you know, tough competition. So the fact that we actually got an opportunity to begin with was just...
But I think the fact that they did like our story though, like as mother and daughter, I think they did really like connect with that as well. Like they saw that, you know, we really wanted it and we really like had that bond, and like it'd be good to show on the telly anyway. So...
And we're the first mum and daughter to have ever done it as well.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. And the fact, I think it's not that you just sing, it's the fact that you play instruments as well, and it's acoustic and it's all used, you know what I mean? There's no backing track. It's just you know? And I think that's the magic to you guys, is that you don't need anything else but each other and your instruments.
But what was really nice about going and doing The Voice is that it really stepped it up for us, you know, because we were like, you know, doing like vocal coaching and, you know what I mean, and like really kind of like making us practice together a lot more and be even more in tune than we already were. And also that professional, you know, going in the TV studio. We've never had
working with professionals as well. It was like a totally different ball game to what we used to like our gigs and stuff.
Yeah, a brand new experience. Being in studios and stuff like that. So what about, how did your family feel about everything, and did that impact like your family life? Because I'm sure it must have in some ways.
Yeah, of course it did. Yeah, I mean, it's more than you would even realise.
Yeah.
You know, it was such a big thing to sign up to.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's been brilliant in our journey because now, you know, we've got that recognition, and, you know, I've worked so hard. We've got over many, many years, and it's like a dream come true.
Yeah.
You know, you'd never think that you know, I'm becoming a mum, and then, you know, your life's gone by, and then you're like, oh, you know, you'd love to have done something like that, but the fact that we've done it together.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
It's
it brought
like
us so
magic.
close. But like our families as well, obviously we were at home practicing, but we were away a lot of the time rehearsing with the studios and stuff, weren't we? So
yeah, and then we were away, and also, but the fact that we were practicing in the living room and in the kitchen, you know, they were really supportive of it.
I suppose the nice thing is as well, because you see a lot of bands that kind of, they separate and they'll go solo, and the thing they always say is they miss being in a band and having other people to bounce off and stuff like that, and you can just see how well you guys get on. And I think, again, like you say, this is all part of the magic, isn't it? You know, and I think having each other to support each other and stuff, because I'm sure it was a bit of an emotional roller coaster as well at times.
Yeah.
And obviously, Ava, I know you're obviously in sixth form, so you're of a certain age, and then there's obviously a generational gap as well. So I think I can imagine that you motivate each other in different ways as well. Do you know what I mean? Because you probably got that young energy and stuff like that, and then your mum's got that nurturing side to it as well. So you know, just having that really is just so much.
I couldn't have done it without her. Like, just being together, because like I think during interviews or like even during the performance, like just having her to look at and like just to bounce off, to know that we're doing it together, just makes a big difference. Like,
I suppose it's a safe space as well, because I was thinking about it when you were talking before. I was thinking, as well as you kind of being in your own band together, you're also chaperoning your daughter.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's a safe space for both of you, because you're both family and stuff like that, which is very different to like some of these bands that get put together. They don't know each other from Adam and stuff like that. But I just think the connection is just so lovely.
Well, it just, you know, the whole experience just gives you more strength, you know, in each other, that you can actually go on that and do something so big like that together. It was incredible, really. And, you know, we can look back and,
that's what I mean. It's
memories.
there forever then.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about that the other day. Like you can look it up on YouTube and it'll just be there forever, like till I'm older, and it's
That's
so
it
mad.
now. Eternal, that's it.
I know.
It
So
is
mad.
forever. So I've got a final question to you guys. So just to say that yous are going to be coming on our LIPA X International Women's Day next Friday, the 8th of March. And we're so honestly so glad to have you guys coming on, and as I say, honoured that you're even taking the time out now, because you're such big superstars.
No, we're made up.
Yeah. And I think as women, you know, again, what we were saying about mother and daughter and stuff, there's just a magic there between yous. So I wanted to ask you both individually, what does International Women's Day mean to you guys? Or, you know, just being a woman, and also being a woman in the industry, in the music industry and stuff like that. Because I think, just going back to what I just said earlier about, you know, that it's around you chaperoning your daughter and being in a safe space and stuff like that. Not everybody's fortunate enough to have what you guys have got. So I'd just like to ask you both, so what does International Women's Day mean to you guys? Who wants to go first?
So, you know, it's about empowerment and, you know, supporting each other, inspiring each other, you know, it's just giving each other that confidence, you know, that you can go out there and do it. And just, you know, making everyone aware that, you know, it's just that support network, you know. It's amazing that women can be in the industry doing what they do, and, you know, having a family as well.
Great answer.
Well,
What about
obviously,
you, Ava?
I think the same. Obviously, I look up to you massively, like you running your business and making things accessible and making things possible for people who are less fortunate as well. And I think that people, like, being a woman, it's like, it is very empowering. You need to be empowering of each other and in the industry as well. But I think,
Great answers.
But we're really looking forward to next Friday. Absolutely can't wait to be part of, you know, all the other performers that are going to be there, you know, all inspiring each other, you know, just getting out there, doing their thing. You know, it's wonderful. Can't wait to be a part of it.
it's
So
like
thank you
having
so
more
much.
connections as well.
Yeah.
It'd be really, really good.
Definitely. Well, as you know, we've got 10 guests, obviously, including yourselves. And it is going to be a mixture of music, of talks, of empowerment, and just inspiring each other, and hopefully just a day of celebration where everyone kind of walks out of that auditorium bouncing and thinking, I can do this. Anything I want to do, it's there for the taking. And you guys are absolutely an inspiration, and you definitely are leading the way as well. You know, I sometimes think that when you're in the public eye as well, you've got a lot, you're carrying a lot because people are looking at you and watching you. But I just think the way you carry yourselves anyway, as mother and daughter, you're so authentic. You're just, you know, you're so friendly and open as well. You know, and I remember the first time when I met you and I just thought, oh my God, they're just absolutely lovely.
That's so nice.
And to see you now on your journey and how far you have come, and you're still exactly the same, still got your feet on the ground, you know, and still just happy for opportunities and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, going on The Voice and obviously being a music teacher, you know, a lot of the kids that I teach, you know, they really look up to you as well. And they're like, oh, you know, and just...
Well, they see you as a role model, don't they?
Well,
really?
it is. It's just being a role model. But, you know, like I've been your role model, you know, and now you're, you know, role modelling for me as well, you know, because you're coming up in the world, you know.
It's nice to have inspirations, isn't it? Like from like, you know, from strong people, like you need to have that to get to your end goal. You need to have that to learn and to, you know, make mistakes and then, you know.
Well, I think as well, like, you know, as a woman, it's easy to go, oh no, I'll just leave it. You know, I just, you know, that's it. You know, I'm done now. I'm, you know, my mum, and, you know, I'll just do my bit. It's nice that you can still have your passion and really still, you know, go for it. And then these wonderful opportunities arise. Yeah. And then you think, oh yeah, you know, it's just nice. It just gives you like, you know, feel good. And then you can inspire others as well to go, yeah, do you know what? I'm going to do it. I am going to do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Isn't it?
That is exactly what you guys do,
Yeah.
honestly. I feel like every time I'm with you, I'm like, wow, I can do anything.
Yeah.
We can all do anything. We can take the world.
We absolutely can.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's easy to put yourself down, but, you know, it's... If you just go for it, you know, the world's your oyster, you know, things do happen. You just have to believe, dream big.
Love it.
But I have these daily talks. I have these daily. Anytime I'm sad,
I'm
it's
like, go for
she's got
it,
so
Ava,
wise.
go for
I've
it.
just come up with a name for your mum. She's the mummy motivator.
Yeah.
That's what she is.
So I was thinking, what else would I do? I was thinking maybe I'll become a life coach, you know, because I'm just like...
She's done everything.
That's something that, I've, you know, in my job, I've always wanted to help others, to inspire them, that they can just be that bit better in themselves. You know, why are you saying that about yourself? Not that I give myself those pep talks, but for, you know, for others to really show them that they can achieve their goals. You know, they just need to put the mind to it.
It's about good self-talk, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you can have them negative thoughts and that negative talk, but it's great when you have someone that is instilling that in you constantly. So, you know, the fact that you are where you are, it's no surprise just listening to you, really. But I just want to say thank you so much for coming in today to do the LIPA Come Together podcast, and really looking forward to next Friday.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Excited.
Yeah, we can't wait. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
And we are going to play out with another one of the Skylarks' amazing songs. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, here you go again. You say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it. Listen carefully to the sound of your loneliness, like a heartbeat drives me mad, and the stillness of remembering of what you had and what you lost and what you had, oh, what you lost. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. You say women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll questions to myself, and it's only me who wants to wrap around your dreams. And have you any dreams you'd like to sell? Dreams of loneliness are like a heartbeat drives you mad, and the stillness of remembering of what you had, what you lost, what you had, oh, what you lost. You know thunder only happens when it's raining, and players only love you when they're playing. You say women, they will come and they will go. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. Oh, you know thunder only happens when it's raining, and players